This is our market outlook, market review. Anything when it comes to the chart last week, this week, expectations, what we're expecting, we're gonna go over. First thing I see is I look left. I see that price traded into this 1 hour for value guys. Last week we had one of the biggest drops since 2020. And I think that's something that we need to talk about. The weekend is meant to be used to get ready for the week. Before I knew that these were gonna have a fair value gap move and a false break, I just knew that that's just how the market moves. Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video. And today is Saturday and today is gonna be a little bit of a different vlog just because, as you guys know, on the weekends there's no trading. The market's closed. And me personally, I'm not a beginner trader. I'm not looking for a new strategy. I'm not trying to build off of my strategy. I know what I have works, and I just need to keep implementing it and getting more money to add to more capital. So I'm not necessarily looking to improve. I'm not at that phase of my trading, so I'm not gonna spend my weekends on the chart. I tend to use my weekends to build my other businesses, build my mindset, and then actually spend time with other people that I can't do during the week when I'm busy from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. So as of right now, I have a VIP session tonight at 8 p.m. We're gonna be going over the market. We're gonna be going over everything that happened last week, review all the trades that we took, review the market, look at what we're expecting for this week, and just talk everything when it comes to the market. Because last week we had one of the biggest drops since 2020. And I think that's something that we need to talk about. So if you're not in the VIP, make sure you join up, because by the time this video is coming out, the session's already over, but you don't have to miss tomorrow's. But stay tuned for that one. But overall, right now, I'm about to go out. Me and my girlfriend, she's off from work today, so we're gonna go out to these stores, probably get some food, do all that stuff, and then when I come back, gotta hit the gym, gotta create content, gotta do all these other things. And then I'm gonna give you guys a brief insight to the VIP session later on. So it's gonna be a nice, smooth little vlog. Stay tuned. I guarantee you're gonna learn something new, and I guarantee you're gonna enjoy it. We about to go get some food. Don't know what we gonna get yet, but right now, this rain is ugly. It's just an ugly day in Florida. It was a tropical storm or something, and I think it's gonna be raining all day for the most part. It's 90 degrees, and it's thundering. Ain't that some shit? 90 degrees and thundering until 5, but it's gonna be cloudy all day. It's just ugly. But it's gonna be like that all week though, so ain't that fun. Summertime in Florida isn't really what people think. It's just rainy and ugly and hurricane season. But we about to go get some food, don't know where. Then we gotta go walk in this rain probably if we go to the... Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Olive Garden was the choice of today. Let's see. I'm gonna get the dog some food. Gonna be copyrighted. And we back in the lab. You know what time it is. We about to get started with the team. I got it all started up. We about to get everybody to join, and we're gonna go over everything when it comes to the charts. This is our market breakdown, our market outlook, market review. Anything when it comes to the chart last week, this week, expectations, what we're expecting, we're gonna go over it. Anybody that's going for funded challenges, starting new accounts, just starting to trade, we're gonna be going over everything to make sure everyone goes into this week prepared. The weekend is meant to be used to get ready for the week. There's no point of sitting here relaxing. We got to use this time that the market's closed to get ready to attack, to get ready to make the most of what we have, because you never know how much time you have, so you got to make the most of it. So with that being said, I'm gonna get everyone here, get this all recorded, and we're gonna do what we do. In the moment when we came to the charts, as you guys know, when I come to the charts in the morning, it's 9:30. So 9:30, we were right over here. So I'm gonna zoom on it. 9:30, we were right here with this candle. What was my analysis at first? I wanted to see price potentially go higher. But after price consolidating for 30 minutes, not really showing any willingness to go higher, I came to the conclusion that after seeing the move that we had for Thursday, I figured we were just gonna more than likely continue bearish. Why? One of the things that I've learned from my experience when it comes to trading, when it comes to the indexes specifically, like I've been trading the indexes for 3.5 years straight, just primarily the indexes. When you wake up in the morning and you look at your chart and it looks like it's just completely just gone one direction already, most times than less, price is gonna continue going that way. When you wake up and price has just been trending, like all one direction, there's not many times price tends to just reverse that. Usually the days that just keep trending are the days where it keeps getting all the people to keep thinking price is gonna have a reversal. Price is gonna get a retracement. Price is gonna
try to give you a great entry to fly high. But those be the days that end up just keep dropping, and cooking everyone. That's what I was saying over here. I forget who it was. I think it was Glory. Glory was going to take a trade. He was about to try to basically go against the trend. He was about to catch a buy because it made sense to him at the time. We got him to wait because I told him that same analogy that I just told you guys, that a lot of the time in these trending environments, price will just keep going in one direction. Every time it comes to an old low, it makes it look like it's going to go a little higher, keeps dropping. Makes it look like it's going to go a little higher again, keeps dropping. Now, when it comes to the way I like to enter trades, you guys know, I'm either entering off of a false break, meaning price is going to consolidate and probably run an old high or low, and then I'm going to take my trade off of that. Or I'm going to look for a fair value gap fill, meaning price is going to push either up or down. It's going to fill an old gap, and at the old gap is where my entry is going to be. It's either one of these two. So in this case, there was no high or low to be ran. The high that I was looking to get ran to get a trade was all the way up here. Like, it was significantly far away. So basically a false break move wasn't in the ideas at that moment. Because like I said, we want to know what's going to happen within the next 30 minutes, the next hour, next 2 hours. Looking a whole week behind isn't going to help me in this moment. Looking all the way up here at this previous high isn't going to help me in the moment of 9:30. You know what I mean? You got to look where you are at this point in time. Right now is what matters in trading. Yes, the highs and lows matter, but those are all future points of interest, right? Because they're not going to matter until price gets there. But what matters is where we are now. So at 9:30, which is the time I trade, I was already bearish. I figured we weren't going to reach for this high. So what's the next thing I look for? I look to see if there's going to be a higher time frame for value gap. Now, when it comes to higher time frame, 1 hour is a higher time frame to me. That's personally when I look for my fair value gaps, anything on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily, those tend to be like my primary time frames when it comes to when I'm looking for a trade. So in this case, at 9:30, this red line, this was that Asian session low. That was the previous day's low, which is an area of interest. But price traded into at 8 o'clock, which I wasn't there. One thing I'm gonna always tell you guys, you're gonna miss trades. There's gonna be times where you wake up in the morning to trade and the ideal entry already happened. That happens all the time. It's going to happen. There's sometimes you're gonna wake up in London session, had the better move. That's gonna happen. You got to understand you're not going to get a trade every day. You got to understand you're not supposed to trade every day. So in this case, 8 o'clock gave the better entry. It came to the area at this previous day's low. This was also NFP. Then at 9 o'clock, that's when we came to the charts. If I zoom on in, if I just simply look left, we had this gap right here. This was the only gap that price didn't fill. This gap up here, it got filled at 8 o'clock. There was literally no other gap at that moment. So when I tell you guys, pay attention to where we are right now, that's very key. Pay attention to those higher time frames, because if you just look on the higher time frames, such as, let's go to the 4 hour, and let's just get rid of everything. If you go to the 4 hour, you guys can simply see that there's only one gap right here. It simplifies it. And then if I were to draw this gap right here, and then go to the lower time frame, it gives me an area. But all I'm basically trying to say with that is the higher time frame is going to make it very simple. You don't want to have 1,000 different areas to enter a trade. You don't want to have 5, 6, 7 different areas that you're like, this may be an area that price may move from. You want to simplify it down to having 1 or 2 areas, because guess what? There's a chance that every single one of those areas could have a reaction. There's a chance that it could play out from each and every one of those. Now it comes down to which one are you going to be in? You know what I mean? Because it's all a probability game at the end of the day. But if you're on the higher time frame, there's going to be less options. So you just stick into that one thing that might happen. The chance of it playing out is going to be more likely. And if it doesn't play out, then you just cut your losses short. Today being one of those days is a weekend and the market didn't even move today. The first 2 days of August, shit got wild. Because look at it like this. In the first 2 days, we moved how much we moved last month, essentially. Which is crazy, right? If you look at it in that perspective, that's a lot. You know what I mean? But we have 26 days left. And now, if you guys understand how the market tends to work, during the beginning of a candle, regardless of time frame, if it's on the 1 minute, if it's on the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, a lot of the times when those candles open, they're going for a retracement of some sort. Not always, but a lot of the times, if you notice, if you pay attention to how the candles open, like if you notice at 9:30, price will tend to run that direction, maybe run an old higher low, maybe tap into it for value gap, and then go the opposite direction. It's like a big grab of liquidity. You know what I mean? So considering that we know based off the higher time frame, based off of the overall market, US 30 is overall bullish, right? I think we can all see that. If I zoom out a little bit, this one little candle doesn't really do much in the grand scheme of things, right? But it is bearish at this moment. But one thing that I'm possibly being aware of is we still have so much time in this monthly candle that we can still just start wicking and still wick to the point to where we can still keep pushing higher here. First thing I see is I look left. I see that price traded into this 1 hour for value gap. Look at that. Two of the things. So I want you guys to understand this. This shit's not complicated. A lot of the time we really overcomplicate it. The trade setups, finding where price is going to react from, is not the complicated part about trading. Trust me when I say it, is not the complicated part. It's not going to be the reason that you're not making money, and it's not going to be the reason you're not successful. Because finding where the market is going to move to and from and the reaction areas is easy. Like before I knew that these were going to have a fair value gap move and a false break, I just knew that that's just how the market moves. You know what I mean? And I just aligned it with time. Now we're going to move on to the next one. In this case, at 2 p.m., we ran this previous day's high right here. So we have a false break. Now this was a pretty hefty false break, but that's what happens when you're trading a news event. News is going to be volatile. That's why you want to be aware of it, because you could be right on the direction, but if there's too much volume, you can get cooked.
All right, we just got the call and everything done. Good little call, got everybody organized, got them all ready for the week, talked what I'm expecting, and overall, you guys seen a little bit of clips. If you want the full access, it was about an hour call, then make sure you join VIP. Make sure you click the link in the description so you don't miss tomorrow's call, because tomorrow is going to be the real one. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to grow $100, $200 into a couple thousand, into your first $5,000, $10,000, because it's possible. I've done it, I know people that have done it, and we're going to go over the exact system, but that's for tomorrow. So this is where I'm going to end the vlog off. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to learn how to trade, learn my trading systems concept, check out the free trading course, the free trading webinar. And if you want videos such as this and education like this on a day-to-day basis, join VIP.